It is 11 o'clock. We're going to start right now with the largest fire burning in California. Welcome to ABC 10 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Walt Gray.
And I'm Jordan Tolbert. This morning, we're getting new information that shows just how much damage this fire has caused in less than 48 hours in Butte and Tehama counties.
According to the latest report from CAL FIRE out just a couple of hours ago, the fire is now at 164,000 acres. It grew close to 40,000 acres overnight. And because of that, it is now back to 0% containment.
And we're also now learning that 134 structures have been destroyed. We've seen videos of homes exploding and cars burned. But right now, it's not clear how many of those structures are homes. We do know that more than 4,000 are threatened.
All right, we do have team coverage right now on this park fire. We have meteorologist Brendan Minchef standing by with the weather challenges firefighters are expected to face today.
But we do start with ABC 10's Candace Red, who's been in Butte County all morning long. She visited that command post and spoke with one of thousands of evacuees.
We're at Neighborhood Church in Chico. It's one of the evacuation centers. Dozens of people camped out here overnight because of the park fire. Many of them have no other place to go. A wildfire is growing out of control in Butte and Tehama counties.
Your life is more important than your things.
Thousands of people were forced to leave their homes as quickly as possible.
You know, at a certain point, you got to just walk away.
Brett Gonzalez, who lives in Forest Ranch, says this isn't the first time he had to evacuate because of a wildfire.
We've been through a couple of fires. I've been up there for 20 years. So the campfire came within a quarter mile. So we generally take it pretty serious.
Brett says he's most concerned about others rather than himself.
We've had a couple friends that have already lost their places, and it's just heartbreaking.
The park fire is the largest wildfire in California so far this year. Fire officials say it's burned more than 164,000 acres and threatened over 4,200 properties.
We'll do what we can, and we'll hopefully get back up there soon enough. I think our house is still safe, so yeah, we're hopeful.
CAL FIRE is investigating the fire as arson. Brett says he stays fire ready with all necessities packed in a van, but the arson case makes it even more troublesome.
We usually load it up and then decide when we want to leave, and sometimes we just have to unpack the van. Sometimes we have to leave, so you know, it's just part of living in the mountains. But it's like I said, it's just unfortunate when it's a human caused thing, because it's just kind of unfathomable.
Fire officials are urging people to be fire ready. That means make sure you have an evacuation planned and an emergency kit ready to go. In Chico, Candace Red, ABC 10.
Candace, thank you. Here's a look now at the evacuation zones for Butte County. The last official numbers we got, more than 3,500, but that number is expected to rise. Several more zones have been added. The towns of Centerville, even part of Paradise, are now under evacuation warnings. And Governor Newsom has been able to secure a grant through FEMA to help resources fighting that park fire.
So right now, more than 1,600 people are working to get this fire under control as quickly as possible.
And as Candace mentioned earlier, officials say the fire was set on purpose. Investigators are pointing to a video posted on TikTok by someone who says they saw it happen.
I watched the guy blow up his car and then put it in neutral and roll it down the hill.
Wow, 42-year-old Ronnie Stout, there's his photo now. He's now behind bars, accused of starting this fire. He's a two-time felon, was allegedly seen pushing that flaming vehicle into a gully Wednesday afternoon. The car went all the way down to the embankment and burned completely, and that, we're told, started the park fire. The Chico man being held without bail. According to the Butte County DA's office, Stout has 2 previous strike felony convictions, including lewd acts with a minor and robbery. He's set to be arraigned in court on Monday.
And you can actually follow the latest developments on the park fire by downloading our ABC 10 app. Just be sure to turn on notifications if you want updates.
Okay, let's take it over now to meteorologist Brendan Minchef with more on the conditions surrounding this fast-moving fire. There's fires all over the place, Brendan. Is wind affecting this one?
Yeah, wind is definitely affecting this one. As we take a look at one of the alert California wildfire cameras, this is Bald Mountain Butte. You can see on the map here, this is where the camera is, and it's kind of looking off into the northern half of the fire perimeter right now. This is where the fire started, right near Chico. The perimeter is there. It's burned all the way up to the north, and we've got evacuation orders and warnings all the way touching 99 and then continuing along 36. So if you're east of Red Bluff, you're in either an evacuation order or an evacuation warning at this moment. And so this is what it looks like. And we see another very significant plume of smoke beginning to develop on the cameras. Here's a few more: Flea Mountain, Platte Mountain, Colby Mountain, and Dome Mill Road. This one is very close to where the fire is, although it does look like it's kind of facing the other direction right now. But again, a very active fire. You see the elevated smoke layer, and you see just how much smoke is being produced still at the moment. So here's a look at the winds. This is by about 1, 2 o'clock today. Notice we're already going to start to see a pretty nice delta breeze, but that means it's going to be a stronger wind out of the south up the Sacramento Valley today. So by the time we get towards about 6 o'clock, we see southerly winds in Chico of about 20 miles per hour. Across the valley, looking at wind gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. So significant cooling for us in the valley later on this evening. It's actually going to feel really nice, but look what happens when we start to go into those overnight hours. This is now 10 p.m. Those wind gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour near where the fire is. So this is going to continue to be wind driven. If you are near the fire, pack your go bags in order. One bag per person in your household, at least one bag for your pets as well. Important papers, social security cards, passports, insurance, things like that. Prescription medication, medical devices, make sure that's in your bag. Last and least important is photos or sentimental items that are small. Maybe they fit in your bag, but make sure they don't hinder you getting out the door in a hurry. Highs today across the valley, much cooler than where we have been. 95 Sacramento, 94 in Elk Grove, 97 Stockton, 100 Modesto, still in the triple digits, though, up in the Sacramento Valley. So the weather impact headlines are temperatures coming down. Still going to see some hazy skies, but most of the smoke is going to stay to the north of our viewing area. That red flag warning continues for the Sac Valley and Sierra through the rest of today. We've got a strong delta breeze like we saw on the map there, so it's going to feel nice, but it is also contributing to that elevated fire weather.